Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris Bonner here, Overtime Athletes. Cool little video for you guys today. Just a quick tip, 2 quick stretches to help you guys jump higher. So there's many different things that you could do. There's a lot of mobility and activation associated with jumping higher, activating the posterior chain, basically mobilizing the anterior chain, allowing you to get full hip extension. What I want to do today is share 2 with you really quick that I often use with my with jump training. If I have a kid doing box jumps, any kind of plyometrics on the turf, or if I have them testing out like a broad jump or a vertical jump, to get the most maximum amount, we want to create less resistance in the body. Resistance comes from when we're extremely tight in the anterior chain. So if you think about your torso being extremely tight or your hip flexors being extremely tight, and you go to jump, right, and you can't get full hip extension, you're not getting that full range of motion. So what I try to do is I try to open that area up, because remember, this is your motor. Your ass is your motor. Your entire posterior chain is your motor when you're jumping, right? But then the antagonist of that is going to be your hip flexors and your lower abdominals. So we want to stretch those out before we do any kind of jump training, so it's not inhibited in your jump. So first one that I like to do is I like to take a band and I like to anchor it. Guys, just to give you a heads up too, I mean, obviously this translates over to sprinting as well. Recent studies show that you don't need full hip extension for maximum force into the ground. However, if you could apply maximum force over a larger range of motion, that athlete can become faster, right? So if you're taking a longer stride or a bigger push and reach maximum force, you couple both those, you're going to sprint faster. But what I like to do is I like to anchor a band right around, something about right above hip level. And I like to put it right below or right above my upper hamstring, right below my ass cheek. From here, I just want to take a big step out and I want to move into a lunge position. Now, what's happening is the resistance from this band is pulling me in and it's allowing me to open up this hip flexor. So basically what I like to do is I like to squeeze my glute, and then I like to allow to relax it and really try to open this area up and sit there. Now, what I like to do is typically 4 or 5 repeated steps of that. So I like to contract the glute here, and then I like to open it up, release, and really try to relax and go a little bit further every single time. And I do that about 5 different times. When I'm releasing and really holding that stretch, I go about I go about 10 to 15 seconds. I go to about a 5-second contraction and then go more into that. Second one is just going to be a simple Mackenzie press up. So one of my favorite ones to open up that abdominal region is, now that I've targeted more specifically my hip flexor right around this area, right? You can also hit by kind of doing like a reach over, so you're stretching out here. But one thing I love to do right after is I love to go to a Mackenzie press up, where basically I come all the way from here, put my hands right at around shoulder, and then just drive my elbows away and try to lock my elbows out and try to push. I can turn them out and drive my hips closer to my hands and really work on that lower abdominal and stretching that out. Those are 2 simple stretches that you guys can be adding to decrease the resistance in any kind of jump training that you're doing, and you'll start to see the changes over when you actually move it over to the field or court. I hope that helps. Try them out. I'll see you next time. Yo, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested in increasing your vertical jump or becoming an overall more explosive athlete, go ahead and sign up for my advanced vertical series. It's actually free, where I send you lessons each day for the next 5 to 10 days, basically covering everything that you need to be able to get a higher vertical jump. I'll see you inside.